My question today is, whatever happened to compassion in art? The thought has struck me recently, very recently. We had the fortune to be in the south of France, looking at art galleries, wintering over, and some of the finest paintings in the world are there. Picasso's, Matisse's, wonderful light-filled pictures by Seurat, by Léger, by Cocteau, by the most glorious artists, Bonnard, several great galleries. It's a joy to visit them in the winter because, frankly, they're empty. And the French don't go to galleries in the winter, and they don't go to the south of France in the winter. So we very much like to go there. And in the evenings, I write notes for my art lectures. And this year, I was preparing notes for a series on some old masters. My favourites are Caravaggio, Velasquez, perennial hero Rembrandt, and of course the glorious Goya. Whilst I was writing, it occurred to me that there was a distinct difference, not just in style or presentation, between the paintings I'd seen during the day and the most incredible paintings I was looking at in the books and the description of those paintings. And the difference was that the Riviera paintings, glorious as they may be, seem to have abandoned compassion. They are beautiful pictures, eye candy, stunning portrayals of landscapes, trees, people, portraits, exciting ideas. Whereas the old masters, perhaps not so much with Caravaggio, but he did show poor people with blistered and cut feet praying. He was a naturalist. But Velasquez, I think, painted, at least a dozen dwarfs, if that's the right word, the little people, born with disabilities, working in the court of Philip IV of Spain. And he presented them as mature adults, as people that had brains and lives. He showed compassion. And then there was Velasquez. Velasquez really started painting beggars in his Bonigone's pictures in Seville. There are beggars selling water. There are old ladies frying eggs on the street. These are compassionate pictures. And then we move on to Rembrandt. Rembrandt did somewhere in the region of 1,000 etchings, and they are full of subjects such as beggars, cripples, dare I say cripples, the deprived, sometimes the depraved, the aged, the poor, and the sick as subjects for his etchings and, of course, his paintings. And then finally, Goya, the most extraordinary artist of them all. He set his goal on painting his compassion for those that suffered from hallucinations, nightmares, visions, the terrors of the night, people in prisons, people being tortured, people being garroted, and I don't go on in that particular respect because it's quite frightening. At the end of the day, I re-looked at several artists over the last 100 years producing art in this country, the only art that I found contained any form of similar compassion was the art of the First World War and the Second World War. Heaven knows how many millions of people have died. There was some great art, great war art, but outside of that, the scene is barren, it's compassionless. Here's a painting done by John Singer Sargent. Well, let's say it's a print of a painting. The painting itself is enormous. And it is quintessentially, if I may use that word, compassionate. Here we have, it's entitled Gassed. And we have these young people, some of the million or so young people who were killed during the First World War. And they've been gassed by mustard gas in the trenches, and they've been brought back off the line because they are totally disorientated. They're blinded. They're staggering along with the hand on the shoulders of the man in front. And this is compassion. It's compassion beautifully presented. It's a work of art. Get used to it. Compassion doesn't need to frighten you. Compassion alerts you. So that's my question today. Whatever happened to compassion in art?